Hey everyone, how's it going? I am Xeracon and I am back once again. Remember the Steam machines? Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, it seems like Valve wants to bring them back. There's a new rumor going around that Valve could be making a console-like PC again, similar to the original Steam machine. According to this article from Insider Gaming, there's a guy named Brad Lynch who is a Valve insider who posted some stuff on social media about new Steam hardware. He said that this isn't an accessory like a dock for the Steam Deck, but it seems to be its own standalone hardware. Quote, all references to Fremont ensure checks for a full-sized HDMI Type A port you'd see on a TV-focused consoles and other desktop computers that don't have a dedicated GPU with its own HDMI ports. Unquote. He also says that AMD is being used for the development of the final board and that the manufacturer for the Steam Deck, Quanta Computer, is providing feedback and support for the new system. And one last thing is that Brad did also share a post talking about how there is a new chart that has different stuff talking about Steam guidelines and about hardware. And one of the things on there actually said something like powered by SteamOS. Obviously, we don't know the legitimacy of any of this, but if this is true, I'm really skeptical about how well this could do. Yes, the Steam Deck did much better than the original Steam machines did, but at the same time, I think the time for making console-like PCs has already passed. Yes, PC gaming is more popular now than it was back in the 2010s, but at the same time, if people are on PC, they're either going to buy a PC that they know has all the components they want, or they're just going to make one themselves. I don't really see the point of making a console-like PC. And another thing that bugs me is that I don't know how well this could be as far as upgradability. The original Steam machine had different manufacturers making different models, and the one that was most popular, though, was the small black box from Alienware. There's a good video that goes into the breakdown and possibility of upgrades for that version that I'll link in the description below. But essentially, the biggest takeaway from this is that it had a dedicated GPU, but it was soldered onto the motherboard. Additionally, you really couldn't upgrade the CPU all that much either, and of course any other components. I mean, you could upgrade the RAM, but there wasn't really too much upgradability you could do. Essentially, it was more or less like getting a laptop, getting a gaming laptop, because your possibilities were very limited. It's not like you were buying a desktop. And essentially, if you're buying a PC, you shouldn't have the idea of it not being able to be upgraded. So that's my concern, is that this is going to be using a whole lot of proprietary parts, and anyone who wants to upgrade this won't be able to do so. It's kind of like with Gamers Nexus disdain for companies like Dell who build PCs but use proprietary parts, so if anyone wants to upgrade or make a new PC, there's a lot of stuff in there that can't be transferred over, like the motherboard or case. And say down the line someone wants to upgrade the GPU, well, they probably can't because this is only using integrated graphics, which, while, and I've discussed this before, console APUs do a much better job at graphics than PC APUs, which I find to be ridiculous that we don't have that option. At the same time, if you can't upgrade the GPU, and say you even want to use a different type of GPU, yes, AMD is going to give you a much better result on Steam OS because it's Linux based, and AMD is much more open source friendly than NVIDIA is. And I mean, granted, NVIDIA has gotten better, and I've talked about that as well, but at the end of the day, AMD is much better for Linux based distros. But say for whatever reason someone wants to put in an NVIDIA GPU or an Intel GPU, or they just want to even put in a stronger AMD GPU that's dedicated. You probably can't do that. And if you want to upgrade your graphics, well, like, you're out of luck. So you essentially won't be able to upgrade your graphics card. This is the complete opposite of what a PC should be. It should be about the freedom. Even if you buy something that's lower end, you should be able to upgrade it or to be able to use the parts in a more powerful build. This is the watering down of a PC. And if you say, well, the Steam Deck is not powerful and you can't upgrade it like that, well, it's a handheld. I mean, I don't think you should put a handheld in the same category as a stationary desktop. And it's sort of like the same thing with a laptop. Yes, a laptop is inferior. Yes, a laptop can't be upgraded. But at the same time, the laptop compromises in the fact that you can actually take it with you and move it around. It's meant to be mobile. You can't do that with a desktop. It's supposed to be stationary. You wouldn't want your RTX 4070 rattling around while you're out in public. But who knows? I could be wrong. It could be a good device. It could actually have upgradability. It could be large enough where you can still put in a desktop GPU, But if you're going to call it a console, that's what really, I guess, kind of rattles my cage. On the one hand, though, if this gets us closer to having a full SteamOS release that you can actually download it and install it directly onto a desktop and not have to worry about, oh, this is only supported for a Steam Deck, well, I am all for that. But we'll see. Time will tell. But that will do it for today. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think this is a true thing? Do you think this is a bunch of baloney? Do you think this is something you would actually buy or have any interest in? Let me know. So until next time, everyone, I am Xeracon signing off. Have a good one.